Hello everybody. My name is Mass Atheist, and I would like to thank every Redditor on our atheism for helping me decide whether or not I should actually start this channel. So therefore I thank you immensely.
It is not the same marriage. Calling something marriage does not make it marriage. Marriage has always been a covenant between a man and a woman which is by its nature ordered toward the procreation and education of children and the unity and well-being of the spouses. The promoters of same-sex marriage propose something entirely different. They propose the union between two men or two women. This denies the self-evident biological, physiological, and psychological differences between men and women which find their complementarity in marriage. It also denies the specific primary purpose of marriage, the perpetuation of the human race and the raising of children. Two entirely different things cannot be considered the same thing.
Marriage is, by definition, a contract between two people, may it be man and man, man and woman. Woman and woman does not change any of this. It just changes the sexes involved in the contract. This contract obliges the two wed to be faithful to each other. Both Abraham and Moses had polygamous relationships, i.e. not between a man and a woman, but between a man and several women. Does that mean they are going to hell? The sexes are different both biologically and physiologically, but that does not change emotion or attraction. Some men despise the idea of ever lying with a man, because they find it disgusting and unattractive. Some men do not despise the idea of lying with a man, because they find it arousing and attractive. It is the same way with women.
It violates natural law. Marriage is not just any relationship between human beings. It is a relationship rooted in human nature and thus governed by natural law. Natural law is most elementary precept is that good is to be done and pursued, and evil is to be avoided. By his natural reason, man can perceive what is morally good or bad for him. Thus, he can know the end or purpose of each of his acts and how it is morally wrong to transform the means that help him accomplish an act into the act as purpose. Any situation which institutionalizes the circumvention of the purpose of the sexual act violates natural law and the objective norm of reality. Being rooted in human nature, natural law is universal and immutable. It applies to the entire human race, equally. It commands and forbids consistently, everywhere and always. St. Paul taught in the Epistle to the Romans that the natural law is inscribed on the heart of every man. Rom. 2:14-15.
Marriage is quite a recent thing. For example, you would not see Stone Age men and Stone Age women married, as the concept of marriage was not even invented nor thought of at the time. People are not hardwired to know whether something is good or bad, but they do know if something feels right or wrong. Putting emphasis on feels, I can tell you, and any other person, who feels gay marriage is wrong, that we do not think alike, i.e. we do not feel the same thing of something. As I, and many other people, feel gay marriage is right, and you, and many other people, feel gay marriage is wrong, we can conclude that we do not feel the same. Now this is why things are debatable, as there would be no debate, if everyone were made to feel the same things towards things. We can therefore conclude that morals are bullshit, and your natural law argument fails extremely.
It always denies a child either a father or mother. It is in the child's best interest that he be raised under the influence of his natural father and mother. This rule is confirmed by the evident difficulties faced by the many children who are orphans or are raised by a single parent, a relative, or a foster parent. The unfortunate situation of these children will be the norm for all children of a same-sex marriage. A child of a same-sex marriage will always be deprived of either his natural mother or father. He will necessarily be raised by one party who has no blood relationship with him. He will always be deprived of either a mother or a father role model. Same-sex marriage ignores a child's best interests.
I am not going to say that this is not true, other than the fact that it does not deny the child a mother or a father. A single parent raised me, and I turned out okay. The child does not feel the need for a blood-related relationship with his or her parents. We can see this from adoption, or people who are raised from birth in churches. They turn out okay too. Role models are not only your parents. They are also idols, friends, and many other things. Having two fathers or two mothers does not mean that they do not have a male or female role model.
It validates and promotes the homosexual lifestyle. In the name of the family, same-sex marriage serves to validate not only such unions but the whole homosexual lifestyle and all its bisexual and transgender variants. Civil laws are structuring principles in man's life and society. As such, they play a very important and sometimes decisive role in influencing patterns of thought and behavior. They externally shape the life of society, but also profoundly modify everyone else's perception and evaluation of forms of behavior. Legal recognition of same-sex marriage would necessarily obscure certain basic moral values, devalue traditional marriage, and weaken public morality.
I am not going to go deep down into this, as this is a very stupid argument that has been made before. Just look at the civil rights movement in the 1960s. They basically said the same thing at that time.
It turns a moral wrong into a civil right. Homosexual activists argue that same-sex marriage is a civil rights issue similar to the struggle for racial equality in the 1960s.
I totally didn't know he was going to say that.
This is false. First of all, sexual behavior and race are essentially different realities. A man and a woman wanting to marry may be different in their characteristics. One may be black, the other white, one rich, the other poor, or one tall, the other short. None of these differences are insurmountable obstacles to marriage. The two individuals are still man and woman, and thus the requirements of nature are respected. Same-sex marriage opposes nature. Two individuals of the same sex, regardless of their race, wealth, stature, erudition, or fame, will never be able to marry because of an insurmountable biological impossibility. Secondly, inherited and unchangeable racial traits cannot be compared with non-genetic unchangeable behavior. There is simply no analogy between the interracial marriage of a man and a woman and the marriage between two individuals of the same sex.
I'm starting to think that the person who wrote this article is a spastic idiot. This is just some of the civil rights.
Civil rights include the ensuring of people's physical and mental integrity, life and safety, protection from discrimination on grounds such as race, gender, national origin, color, sexual orientation, ethnicity, religion, or disability, and individual rights such as privacy, the freedoms of thought and conscience, speech and expression, religion, the press, assembly and movement.
It does not create a family but a naturally sterile union. Traditional marriage is usually so fecund that those who would frustrate its end must do violence to nature to prevent the birth of children by using contraception. It naturally tends to create families. On the contrary, same-sex marriage is intrinsically sterile. If the spouses want a child, they must circumvent nature by costly and artificial means or employ surrogates. The natural tendency of such a union is not to create families. Therefore, we cannot call same-sex union marriage and give it the benefits of true marriage.
What about sterile moms and dads? Or the people who cannot get children because of a birth defection in the sexual area? You have to take all of these considerations into this before writing this.
It defeats the state's purpose of benefiting marriage. One of the main reasons why the state bestows numerous benefits on marriage is that by its very nature and design, marriage provides the normal conditions for a stable, affectionate, and moral atmosphere that is beneficial to the upbringing of children, all fruit of the mutual affection of the parents. This aids in perpetuating the nation and strengthening society, an evident interest of the state. Homosexual marriage does not provide such conditions. Its primary purpose, objectively speaking, is the personal gratification of two individuals whose union is sterile by nature. It is not entitled, therefore, to the protection the state extends to true marriage.
I would like to point to the last argument, as this is similar. Furthermore, should people who do not want children not get married?
It imposes its acceptance on all society. By legalizing same-sex marriage, the state becomes its official and active promoter. The state calls on public officials to officiate at the new civil ceremony, orders public schools to teach its acceptability to children, and punishes any state employee who expresses disapproval. In the private sphere, objecting parents will see their children exposed more than ever to this new reality. Businesses offering wedding services will be forced to provide them for same-sex unions, and rental property owners will have to agree to accept same-sex couples as tenants. In every situation where marriage affects society, the state will expect Christians and all people of goodwill to betray their consciences by condoning, through silence or act, an attack on the natural order and Christian morality.
No, it does not. You know there is still racism around, and even in the police, which is a state-owned and controlled business. You can still have your own opinion on same-sex marriage, and you can still hate gays, and you can still forbid gay tenants, but you have to deal with the fact that many people will disagree with you, and will probably come up to you and say you are a narrow-minded person. Other than that, all of what you have stated is perfectly okay, even after the legalization of same-sex marriage. Teachers are not forced to teach gay sex and acceptance to children. But they have to hide their views on the case, as they in most cases are to be neutral, as they do not want to impose their views on kids, and therefore make them think as them.
It is the cutting edge of the sexual revolution. In the 1960s, society was pressured to accept all kinds of immoral sexual relationships between men and women. Today we are seeing a new sexual revolution where society is being asked to accept sodomy and same-sex marriage. If homosexual marriage is universally accepted as the present step in sexual freedom, what logical arguments can be used to stop the next steps of incest, pedophilia, bestiality, and other forms of unnatural behavior? Indeed, radical elements of certain avant-garde subcultures are already advocating such aberrations. The railroading of same-sex marriage on the American people makes increasingly clear what homosexual activist Paul Varno wrote in the Chicago Free Press. The gay movement, whether we acknowledge it or not, is not a civil rights movement, not even a sexual liberation movement, but a moral revolution aimed at changing people's view of homosexuality.
Still, people are not forced to think things are right, if they think they are wrong. You can keep your views, as long as you are ready to debate your views. Oh, and there totally was not any incest in the Bible, committed by God's prophets, Adam and Eve's children, Abraham and Sarah, Nashor and Melchah, Lot and his daughters, Amram and Jochebed, Amnon and Tamar.
Why are you coughing, honey?
I was trying to convey a point, by sarcastically coughing. Now get out.
It offends God. This is the most important reason. Whenever one violates the natural moral order established by God, one sins and offends God. Same-sex marriage does just this. Accordingly, anyone who professes to love God must be opposed to it. Marriage is not the creature of any state. Rather, it was established by God in paradise for our first parents, Adam and Eve. As we read in the book of Genesis, God created man in his image. In the divine image, he created him. Male and female, he created them. God blessed them, saying, "Be fertile and multiply, fill the earth and subdue it." General 128-29. The same was taught by our Savior Jesus Christ. From the beginning of the creation, God made them male and female. For this cause a man shall leave his father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife. Mark 10:6-7. Genesis also teaches how God punished Sodom and Gomorrah for the sin of homosexuality. The Lord rained down sulphurous fire upon Sodom and Gomorrah. He overthrew those cities and the whole plain, together with the inhabitants of the cities and the produce of the soil. General 1924-25.
Firstly, I do not care if I offend you or God. Secondly, the Sodom and Gomorrah story is not even about homosexuality, as angels are genderless, but beautiful. Thirdly, you completely and utterly fail to convince me, and a lot of other people, saying that homosexuality is wrong, because God does not like it. Thank you for watching my first episode both on my channel, and in my new series, My Freedom is Not the Same as Yours. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, please do like so I can know this is not a total failure. If there is anything you would like me to do better in the next episode, then please do say in the comments. And if there is any suggestions for what topic I should handle in the next episode of My Freedom is Not the Same as Yours, then please put that in the comments as well.